I hold both the PMP and the PMI-ACP. And here's the thing. I didn't get these things years ago when the exams were completely different. I earned them in 2022 and my ACP just a couple weeks later in 2023. So I know exactly what it feels like to wonder which certification should I actually take first. If I had to start all over today, I would follow the same path I chose then. In this video, I'm going to explain why so you can make the right call in your career too. For those new here, I'm Russ Parker, also known as the Bearded PM and the owner of 44 Risk PM. And I've held both certifications for a couple years now. And I've coached tons of people through this exact decision. So forget the glossy PMI brochures. Today, you're going to get some real distinctions, the market value, and the scenarios so that way you can make the right call for your career. First, I want you to think of the PMP as an all-purpose multi-tool, predictive, hybrid, agile, all under one umbrella. Now think of the PMI ACP as your cordless power drill. It's built for agile and only agile. Scrum, Kanban, Lean, Safe, XP. This isn't a certified Scrum Master or professional Scrum Master type course. Yeah, you're learning Scrum, but you're also learning agile as a whole, not just mastering any single agile methodology. So here's the image I want you to put in your mind. PMP is wide. It's the breadth of what is project management. The ACP is depth, is getting strong into one single topic. That compass and that image of what these exams are will guide you through the rest of this decision. Now, the number one question I get, and sometimes the biggest impactor of someone's decision, is eligibility. The PMP has a larger eligibility requirement. Bachelor's degree plus 4,500 hours leading projects. And if you have no degree, it's like 7,500 hours. And you need 35 hours of formal training. That's 3 to 5 years of real project leadership plus 35 hours of a singular course. The PMI ACP, though, is way friendlier. If you have a secondary degree, it's 2,000 hours of project work, 1,500 in Agile, plus 21 hours in a PMI ACP specific course. Now, the exams follow the same pattern. The PMP is 180 questions at 230 minutes. Predictive and Agile all mixed in together with hybrid. Most candidates, they need about 200 to 300 study hours to prepare for the PMP. Now, the ACP is 120 questions, 180 minutes. And generally, people spend about 100 to 150 study hours on average. Neither exam is a beach vacation, but the PMP is going to eat up more calendar days. It's going to take more dedication and is generally harder, simply seen because it's fatter by about 60 questions. Now, if you're not afraid of the questions and the time, let's talk cost. PMP prep usually can run you about $2,000 all in. ACP averages about $1,200. The maintenance after certification is lighter too. The PMP, you need 60 professional development units every 3 years. The ACP only requires 30. So in the long run, the ACP is cheaper. But let's be honest, that's not the main factor for most people. Market value is where it gets interesting. Doing a quick look at some surveys and doing some quick run through some numbers, PMPs can earn on average about 120K in the US yearly. ACP holders land closer, it looked about 110 to 125K, but that's mainly in agile heavy shops like software and fintech, which already sometimes come with higher pay. Here's the nuances. Traditional industries are things like construction, finance, government. They are going to favor the PMP, where agile shops, they love the ACP and they pay for it accordingly. So if you want to maximize the lane choice that you have, the PMP is the smart decision. If you're into sprinting within those agile teams, ACP can shine for you. Now, if you haven't made a decision yet which one you want to do, just let you know that a lot of people do. Eventually, they like to stack them. I did, and here's why. The PMP is going to give you the governance. It gives you the vocabulary. The ACP, it layers on that iterative mindset when it comes to having that agile mindset in your projects. Together, you gain the tools and credibility you need to manage projects pretty much anywhere. So some quick myths to go over. First, I hear all the time, the PMP covers Agile, so the ACP is pointless. Well, that's wrong. The PMP covers Agile with a strong focus on hybrid project management. Myth 2, the ACP is easier, so it's worth less. Wrong again. It's still a hard exam, especially if you misjudge the melting pot of all 50 plus Agile methodologies involved in the ACP and Agile in general. And myth 3, recruiters only care about the PMP. That's not true either. We just talked about it. Certain industries, they're going to look for the ACP, especially when they need agile PMs for their organizations. And a lot of job postings out there, they're going to put that in the context of that description. So here's my personal recommendation here. If you already meet the requirements to sit for the PMP, go for the PMP first. It covers traditional, agile, and hybrid. Most companies are moving towards hybrid anyways. The PMP is harder, so when you take the ACP later, it actually makes it a more enjoyable experience. I took my ACP about 6 weeks after taking and passing the PMP, and it definitely made everything easier when I was studying for the ACP because I had a good foundational knowledge of Agile. So my recommendation is PMP first. Then take the ACP as a quick follow-on to make sure you add some extra little abilities into your toolbox. But if you don't have the hours to sit for the PMP yet, or your world is 100% agile, then take the ACP first. It makes sense for you. But if you're really trying to pick which route to go and you have the hours for the PMP, it's a better choice. It's a better foundation. So hopefully the decision's a little less scary for you now. If so, let me know down in the comments. And also drop your current job title down in the description and the certification you're leaning towards. And if this video helped slice through all that noise of the PMP, there's ACP, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and don't miss one of my upcoming PMP exam prep courses. I'll leave a link to the upcoming courses down in the description. Whichever certification you chase first, remember the real win is refusing to stop learning. I'm Russ Parker, the Bearded PM, out.